In every church, there's an incredible need to minister to families and to couples. The couples, the families are the backbone of the church.
The leaders around the nation began to come to us and tell us, share what you're doing with other churches so others can experience this marriage revival. We wanted to create a system to train other churches and help communities strengthen marriages in a way that would be effective.
The Name Centers provide an opportunity to minister to couples in a way that, as pastors, even we couldn't by ourselves.
We see a lot of families that are really growing, and by them growing and by them walking out of their situation, then they have a desire to help others. So there is an increase that we see of those that have been helped saying, you know what, I've learned something through this, and now I want to help others.
So we developed a video training system, a 12-set video training, incorporating some of the best marriage teachers in all the world in specific areas to teach lay couples to biblically counsel other couples. At the end of the training, the couple gets a pastoral reference form because we believe in the local church. We believe that everything that God is doing, He's doing through the authority of the local church. When we send them the test, if they pass the test, we give them a professional designation of CMS, Certified Marriage Specialist.
Established the Name Center in our church. It's been about 2 years, and we've probably ministered through the Name Center and through the Marriage Fellowship that is all a result also of this. We've probably ministered to 70 or 80 couples in the last year and a half.
If it wasn't for the Name Center, we wouldn't be equipped.
People are hurting all over the world for their marriage. They want to protect their marriage, they want to stay married. But the only way they can do it is have one vehicle to use to restore their marriage, and Name has fulfilled that need.
And just watching God's hand move and lights come on in faces of individuals has been awesome.
We got associated with the wrong friends that were not a godly influence to us or our children at all. And I just totally walked away from God. Lost all communication with my wife.
Everybody has their advice, you know. If that were me, well, I would do this, or if this was me, I would do that. But nobody wanted you to stay and work it out.
We came to the church and talked to Pastor Ona, and he set us up with
John and Charlene
Barcelos.
They just didn't know where to go. So they just sat down and they kind of told us a little bit about what happened. And they were in a bad place, but the place that they were at is a place where we had been before. So we understood where they were.
You know, that we saw then that it was easier in the world's eyes just to walk. But, you know, He's the love of my life, and that wasn't an option.
They wanted, we don't want our marriage to end. We want it to work. We just don't know what to do.
They told us ways to learn to communicate. They told us we had to pray together.
They just gave us the direction, the way to turn everything over to God. You can't do it without God. The world says walk. That's not an option.
There are over 140 Name Centers in 8 different nations, and Name Centers are extremely effective in helping saving and strengthening marriages. In fact, in one 6-month period, the couples who came to our lay counseling couples, 91% of separated couples were reunited.
God is going to really use this as an instrument to really protect the sanctity of marriage.
I think what Name is doing in terms of really setting up these centers, it's basing them out of the churches and realizing that there is literally an army of couples who they're resourcing them, equipping them to come up. And it's like the Revolutionary War. And they're saying, go grab your gun, let's go out and see a marriage revolution sweep this country.
Jesus came into a home not to take sides, but to take over.
And when your church becomes a marriage building and a marriage strengthening community, then all of a sudden it becomes very exciting because people will come to church who might never step foot in church otherwise.